one of the weird details that we have going on here at this house. Not weird, kind of cool. Not the traditional look on the tops of these window surrounds, but so we've done the surrounds, and at the top you can see that we've overhung like a 1/2 inch and gave it a 15-degree angle on the outside edge of the top leg of the windows. So we have to then cut the panels that we put on here, and those panels have to go and cut around them, but we don't want it to look too ugly. So you see how tight that is. So what we did is we created a template out of metal, and that's our cheat code. That allows us to have a real tight corner, and then we fit these panels up. They're heavy and they're delicate, and so we don't want to put them up there and then have to take it back down and put it up there and have to take it back down. So measure a couple times, put that template on the board, and we get pretty close cuts. This is all going to get caulked. What we don't caulk is the top. The top has a space. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can jump up here on this ledge. I can show you that there's a space there at the top. See that gap? You see the gap there? So they're important. Although it's underneath this overhang, there's going to be a soffit in here. But that's the same technique we'll use everywhere regardless. Even though most likely there's never going to be water on any of this stuff in here. And then there's a couple ways to cut these, but we like to cut them upside down, and we like to use metal grinders for this. It allows us to cut it out as quick as possible. We just try to avoid the dust. Some of the things we always have on a project is design. And so originally when we came here, the design was not set in stone, and we wanted the customer to kind of tell us what they wanted to do with this design as far as the window surrounds. And so we mocked up a window. They blessed it, basically said yes. And then our second issue here was with the battens. So you can see how they're on 16s here. And we're doing this because that's where every one of the studs is, behind one of these. And that way we get the best possible installation and the longevity of this project. That these panels and these battens are nailed into not just plywood, but to the rafters themselves, the studs themselves. And but anyway, the other question that we had on design was, do we want to run the battens up this transition? I'll show you in a second. So the other question was, do we want to run these battens so that there's a separation at the transition where the two panels meet, or do we want to be a continuous batten all the way up? And so we mocked this up because it's not our house, not our decision. And both of these are okay, but we're going to go with this one where it splits as opposed to that one where it doesn't. And one of the other things that we may do, there's a couple different ways to do this. The way that we have it split, or we run another batten all the way across, which wasn't the plan. So in this case, you would do the batten and then put the edging there. But for this instance, they just want it to be separated right here and then run to the next level. So we got our buy-in and our blessing to do it this option with a split as opposed to continuous batten all the way up. So if you ever asked how strong this stuff is, ready? Pretty strong, right? Not really. And then these battens, you wonder how strong these are? Let's see if I can break it in front of you. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. See it? That's what it is. Fiber cement for you. They're pretty lightweight. I mean, these panels are heavy, but they split pretty easy. Like, I'm just kind of pushing on it right here. Ready? But I'm gonna punch it. Let's see if I break my hand. Ready? Go. Ah. Ah. I can't break it. Now let's try it on this. Ready? Nope. All right, there's the damage. I didn't really punch it that hard, but it resisted a pretty decent punch. So, anyway, Hardie for the win. Look at that. It's gonna look awesome. R.I.P. buddy. R.I.P.